may have to protect our homes from asteroids and meteorites. People may wake up and find themselves on a completely different planet altogether. Our fuel may finish up in between. We may keep on floating in space. We may start finding aliens sitting in our living rooms. Spaceships travel extremely fast. We may have to tie ourselves to our homes. We will now have to put car-like lights on the front and back of our homes. Just like Star Trek, even we may start traveling at warp speed. Cars will not be needed anymore. We may start seeing huge piles of unused cars. Sellers of spacesuits may make a lot of money. To buy some merchandise, visit some.com. What if a massive solar flare hits Earth? I will use my some shield and protect the Earth. Oh, some. Solar flares are sudden and massive eruptions of electromagnetic radiation from the sun's surface. A massive solar flare which occurred in 1859 had minimal impact, but it would have massive disruptions today, mainly because of our over-reliance on technology. The Earth's surface would be safe, but our atmosphere would bear the entire brunt of radiation. That is, radio waves, X-rays, gamma rays, etc. Firstly, there would be a major disruption of power grids, possibly leaving cities or even countries without any electricity. Secondly, our good old radio communication would be down and out. Thirdly, and most importantly, GPS and satellite communications would be hit. This would cause major problems for transportation and communication. Lastly, because of massive auroras, our atmosphere would look like a magnificent painting. What if we swallow chewing gum? No, what if? I swallow chewing gum every single time. Oh, some. Firstly, it is a myth that chewing gum sticks to the insides of our stomach just like it sticks to any other surface. It does not. It passes through the body just like any other food. Our body is able to digest many parts of the chewing gum like sweeteners, flavorings, etc., but not the gum resin. But that does not mean that it stays in our stomachs for years. In fact, just like any other waste material, it is pushed through our intestines and then finally out of the body. So, is there any use of swallowing a chewing gum? The answer is a big no, because it has absolutely no nutritional value. Also note that choking may occur if big chunks of swallowed gum get stuck in our windpipe. What if we stop showering for a year? How do you know the secret of my beautiful looks? Oh, some. Firstly, due to accumulation of bacteria and dead skin cells, we will start giving off extreme body odor. Eventually, our outer skin layer will become so thick that we will develop a skin condition called hyperkeratosis. Dandruff will have a party every day, giving us an extremely itchy head. Dirt, pollutants, and bacteria would stick to the oil secreted by our skin. This will definitely make us look weird. Lastly, sebum will get accumulated on our skin and clog our skin pores, leading to inflammation of hair follicles and eventually resulting in acne. On the flip side, some experts believe that we don't need to shower every day. Once in 2 to 3 days is enough. They believe that too much showering can remove helpful organisms which actually protect us from harmful germs. What if we accidentally eat plastic? No plastic, no pollution is the some mantra. Wow, some. Firstly, plastic is not biodegradable. As compared to organic waste, it takes hundreds of years to decompose. But if the quantity of swallowed plastic is small, then it will not be a problem. Our body pushes out the materials which it cannot digest. Problems might occur if the quantity of swallowed plastic is large. Our body will not be able to push it out. It will stay in our gut and might partially prevent further food digestion. In extreme cases, this may also prove to be fatal. Also, many plastics are chemical-laden. These chemicals are commonly known as phthalates. They are used to make plastics more flexible, transparent, hard to break, as well as to increase their longevity. Phthalates are extremely harmful to our body. They can damage our liver, kidneys, lungs, and reproductive system. What if the moon disappeared? the Great will start shining and take its place. Firstly, our nights would definitely be darker. Due to this, night predators like owls would find it very difficult to hunt at night. But this would be great news for stargazers as there is no interference from moonlight. Secondly, as the moon's gravity is no longer there to hold the Earth, it would rotate faster, and thus our days will be much shorter than 24 hours. Craters on Moon are a proof that it has protected Earth from thousands of asteroids and comets. This no longer will be the case. With the Moon missing, tides in our oceans will be much smaller as only sun will slightly influence them. Changing tides will also influence the global weather patterns. Finally, Moon's disappearance might tilt Earth's axis drastically, causing extreme changes in seasons and climate. What if the Earth had rings like Saturn? Then Jupiter would be jealous of both of them. Earth would have rings if a celestial body like Moon or comet gets too close to it and exceeds the Roche limit. It will get ripped apart into pieces, thus forming its rings. First of all, Earth would look spectacular. Secondly, selfies might be called ringies, as people will start taking selfies with rings as a backdrop. Thirdly, nights would be much brighter than they are now. This is because the rings would be much closer than the Moon, and also much more spread apart, thus reflecting much more light. Fourthly, weather patterns or atmospheric composition might change depending upon what the rings are made up of. Saturn's rings are made of billions of particles of ice, rocks, and dust. Lastly, they would surely top the world's best tourist destination list. What if we only eat spicy food? Nothing will happen. I eat lollipops every day. Eating a moderate amount of spicy food does have some advantages. Firstly, spices definitely increase the flavor of the food we eat. Secondly, some experts believe that capsaicin found in spicy foods helps in weight management by curbing our appetite and speeding up our metabolism. A study also found people to be more satiated after eating spicy food. Thirdly, capsaicin has anti-inflammatory and antimicrobial effects which are good for our body. Disadvantages of eating too much spicy food are, firstly, they can decrease the sensitivity of our taste buds. Secondly, they can cause acid reflux. That is, acids and spices mix with stomach acid and irritate our food pipe lining. Thirdly, they can cause irritation of our gut, leading to diarrhea. Lastly, they can further worsen heartburn, stomach ulcers, and condition of people suffering from irritable bowel syndrome. What if we walk 10 miles every day? You walk. I will just order my burger online. There are lots of positives if you do so. Firstly, your chances of getting fresh air will increase. Secondly, there will be great psychological benefits of enjoying the surroundings as well as meeting new people. Thirdly, science says that good exercise leads to better sleep, which leads to higher overall energy levels. Fourthly, if you are overweight, then this will definitely be helpful. You will burn a lot of calories and lose weight. Fifthly, it will make your heart strong by keeping the cardiovascular diseases away. Lastly, your leg muscle endurance and bone strength will also increase. On a funnier note, you might get inspired to participate in Tour de France or the Ironman Challenge. Note that, if you are suffering from knee or ankle pain, then walking 10